Hey everyone, welcome to another LEGO fan video. I'm your host LEGO fan, and I do fun LEGO videos at about 10 subs a video, as well as cool Ben 10 videos. If you guys are new, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notified of my next video. With that out of the way, let's get started with part 3 of Ben 10 Season 3 Alien Force Part 1. Because there were like 62 characters, so I definitely couldn't cover it all. So it's 5 parts, we're on part 3, and let's see what our first character is. But first, if you guys are new, like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notified of my next videos. And the way I run this is it's a quiz. I'll play the first line on my little Kindle here, and you have 10 seconds to guess which one of these characters said the line as well as what their name is. Let's see our first one is. Our first character up has his first line of this.
Where is he? Where is Ultimo? Right?
Of these characters, which one said that line? 10 seconds, good luck. So that is Vilgax, this character right here. He has a very different design now in Alien Force, and I had to strip him of a lot of his powers now. But he is a Chimerian Sui Generis, first appearing in Vengeance of Vilgax Part 1. In his absence between Alien Force, between the original series and Alien Force, he was taken over 9 worlds, and with the 10th one being TK, which is Ultimos' home world. And after gaining his powers, he decided to travel to Earth and took out Max Force before issuing what is called a Conqueror's Challenge. This is where a champion from each of the world that he selects will face off in a 1v1 match. And whoever wins gets both worlds and whatever is on said world. So, army, check. Resources, check. You get everything. So, whoever wins gets both worlds. And warned that if Ben does not show up within a day, or whatever he said specifically, then he will just destroy the world as is his legal right. And in Vengeance of Vilgax Part 2, he did fight in the Conqueror's Challenge and was winning a majority of the time and managed to actually shatter Chroma Stone and beat Jet Ray, Big Chill, and Humongous Thor. And then after he shattered Chroma Stone, Siphon went over and started to collect the prize, but it then reformed into Diamond Head and he was beat and yielded. He promised to try and never conquer the Earth again, which he does not live up to. He becomes a bigger player in Part 2 of Season 3, but for now, those are his only 2 appearances. So he's a very good leader and conqueror, and can drain the powers of others via a special device. He also has a gauntlet which can form a shield around him, which is called the Shield of Zeagle. That's this gauntlet right here. This can form a bubble around him for a stronger shield, or he can activate to attack transparent opponents. He also can communicate with his drones mentally, which are very strong. He's also strong himself and has a laser beam that can weaken foes, which is called the Ruby Ray of Rouleau, which is this little gauntlet thing on his other arm. He also is extremely durable and has control of his ships and drones, as well as having a whole armada worth of ships. He's also very intelligent and knows the secrets of the Galatrix and the rules of the Galactic Code of Conquest. He also has a powerful punch that can go sonic. He also has a super jump, is very agile, and a great fighter. He also has sharp claws, knows Ben's strengths and weaknesses. He knows the null void, has quick reflexes. He can control null guardians. He has a transport beam to transport him on and off the ship, which he can also do via like a meteor blast sort of thing. He can also blow a powerful gust of wind and can stomp at the ground to create an earthquake. He also has laser eyes that can act like what is known in the DC universe as Omega beams. These are fast enough to keep up with Helen wheels, and it can also help him break out of any ice form attacks. He also has knowledge on space and can survive in it. And he now also has a sword that could cut through rockets, and can alter it to a fire form for a stronger attack, and can change it to a diamond form in order to null energy attacks. That's the sword that you see on his back. But he is single-minded and can get very cocky. He also, while he can break out of ice, he can be immobilized by it for a brief time. Next character up is one of the few recurring villains that appeared in this half, and that's this one right here.
Awake. Station log. My hibernation pod has opened. That means the unthinkable has occurred. The war is lost. I must complete my final mission. Zap.
Minus that last part. So, of these characters, which one said that line? 10 seconds. Good luck. Don't you hate when you just wake up from hibernation and just realize that you just lost the war? That would be this character right here. This is the final appearance of the Hybreed, which is their namesake species, and this one in particular what appeared in If All Else Fails, where one awoke due to an earthquake. This guy apparently was a failsafe where if the Hybreed did lose the war, he would awaken and operate what is called the failsafe. So if the war does end badly for the Hybreed, he can activate it in order to wipe out humanity. And that's what he did. He managed to activate the failsafe, which we might get to in this video, or we might get in one of the next parts. And after seeing the error of his ways, he then sacrificed himself and led the creatures to fall elsewhere, which destroyed the failsafe, and possibly himself, though we don't know for sure. Again, if you don't see the body, it doesn't count. So, some of them keep a log, and some have a laser gun, with this one being particularly accurate with it. And this one could also tap into the mind, and I'm getting myself confused here. So the failsafe itself, which I'll get to, could tap. So this one here could tap into the mind-controlled humans that were captured, called seedlings, and use them to activate the failsafe. They also work better in cold climates or are natural leaders. They are also very strong enough to lift humongous stone and break through mana, as well as break through Kevin's transformation. They are also good fighters and can resist mana, or at least control it to some degree. He can also operate the failsafe if it comes to that for at least a brief amount of time. They also have a super jump, are very durable, can own and operate ship with lasers. They can shoot their fingers as spikes and regrow them. They have a super slam, are agile, are smart, and though not common, they also may have an ID mask to cover themselves, have knowledge on alien tech, can unlock the middle section to reveal tentacles to burrow underground. They can fly/glide and have some technology. But they can't stand extreme heat and will dehydrate if they're out for too long. And in this state, they also can't do any extreme regeneration, like lost limbs. They also have a god complex, believing they are superior beings, can be restrained by binds, are weak to diseases and instability, and report to the Hybreed Supreme. Next character up is also a pretty long one. I don't know why I'm choosing a lot of long ones today. And that would be this one.
Sorry. More room out than in.
Of these characters, which two said that line? 10 seconds. Good luck. So that is the character Ben 10, the main character himself. Him with his Omnitrix and coat, and him without the coat. So, he is a human first appearing in Vengeance of Vilgax Part 1, and appeared in all subsequent episodes, where he has the ability of the Omnitrix, granting him the power of any alien he or it chooses. It can power up if it's ever in danger with no recharge. It can also scan DNA to add to the aliens and repair any sort of DNA malfunctions on someone else. He can also quick transform between different aliens, which is often called master control, and change in and out of his alien forms with no need to wait till it times out. He also can revive any extinct species according to Azimuth and recapture any DNA samples of other species to add to the Omnitrix, or recapture any aliens that manage to escape from the Omnitrix. He also has been shown to figure out clues and is very resourceful. He can also read alien, can swim, is a great leader, possesses a hoverboard and knows how to ride it. He's very agile, is fast, is a great rock climber, can pilot a spaceship, can operate a laser gun, and plays soccer pretty well, can ride a bike, is able to remove the Omnitrix through some unknown mean. He also knows how the replica works and any subsequent versions. He's also a very decent fighter and has good balance. He's the voice of reason within Alien X and is highly respected throughout the galaxy. He also is a plumber, in terms of the show plumber. And in terms of weaknesses, he gains any weakness that the alien has and retains any damage that the alien may have took. So that includes like any broken bones, if they have any bones, or like black eyes, for example, like those sort of like severe injuries. He's also pretty much useless when it's timed out, and it could choose the wrong alien or it just simply doesn't work. He also is often desperate for awards which could get in his way and is very gullible. He can also be taken by surprise and cares about his family, which could be either a strength or a weakness. He also has coulrophobia, the fear of clowns, and is grossed out by Grandpa Max's cooking. He's easily trapped under debris and is weak to electricity, as with most of his aliens. He also can be hypnotized and is not strong. He also has an ego which has only grown since after the hybrid loss, which made him very self-centered and rude/impulsive. He's also prone to jealousy at points and is not familiar with how the Omnitrix works and tends to over-rely on it. He also can be single-minded and the Omnitrix can self-destruct. He also can be selfish as the Omnitrix is weak to magic and can do stupid things when in love, mostly shown when Julie is around. He's also biased sometimes against Kevin and is quick to judge, and that can make him often blind to the truth. And if he does quick transform, it can wipe him out. And while he can restore people from DNA aliens, it can tire the Omnitrix quickly. Next character up has his first line of this.
You're in trouble, Vilgax. I've had a lot of practice with this one.
Of these characters, which one said that line? 10 seconds, good luck. So that is the character known as Diamond Head. This one, right here. He's a Petrosapien, first appearing in Vengeance of Vilgax Part 2, appearing after Chromosome was shattered, and then he reformed into Diamond Head to continue the fight with Vilgax and managed to beat him after tossing 3 crystals onto him. Excuse me. Then, in single-handed, Julie changed his hand to him to fend off Thunder, but on Ben's side, it instead destroyed a bridge and he made a run for it. But he didn't make it all the way and switched to Goop to save himself. If all else fails, he was used to fight off the antibodies and managed to beat them before heading to the brain and attempted to sever the cores, but he failed to do so. Then, in Charm's way, he battled Kevin one-on-one and almost beat him, but timed out mid-fight. So, he could form knives from his hands and form crystals from his back, which have been proven sharp. And due to the fact that he's a walking crystal, he can reflect lasers, which kind of nullifies any energy attacks on him. He's also able to shoot/toss shards of crystals, which can collide machines, and can form a protective shield and form a mini one on his arm. He can also form crystals out of the ground and is very durable. He can form claws and do a super slam that can form crystals. He's also agile, has quick reflexes, encase people in crystal, and make himself size to transport himself, sort of like a homemade skate park. And he can form his hands into pikes. He can also appear by a crystal and levitate crystals off the ground and slam them down, and roll a ball and shoot multiple crystals when unfurled and form a hand out of the ground. He also has a super jump and super strength, but he can be shattered or at least cracked with enough force and be weighed down with enough force. His eyes can also be cut with a sharp blade, and his size can be a disadvantage at time as well as his weight. Next character up is this one.
Right here, Vilgax. And rest assured you will pay dearly for your craven attack on my teammates. The Galactic Code of Conduct.
Yeah. He doesn't really care. Of these characters, which two said that line? 10 seconds, good luck. So that is the character known as Ultimos. You got him in his regular form, and then him when he eats chocolate. I decided to include it even though he doesn't show it. So, his species is unknown, though we do know he's from the planet TK, and first appeared in Adventures of Vilgax 1, where he attacked and battled Vilgax in the very first scene, but Vilgax easily beat him, and he drained him of all his power, which left him as a husk, not like this. Sort of like, imagine a deflated version of this guy. He's kind of like the Superman of Ben 10's world, where he can fly, he has laser eyes, is super strong, and has a teleporter to teleport him on and off his ship. And on his ship, he also has observers to scan for villains, and has freeze breath. But he can't have chocolate, as an ingredient in it called sucrotaxonite is poisonous to him. And he's a yes man, and rarely says no to people, and he tends to follow rules which often lets the villains get away, and can be knocked out by gas, and his power can be drained. Next character up has their first line as this.
Dear Mr. Ben 10, my name is Probity. My mom and dad told me all about how you saved the universe from the hybrid.
So, of these characters, which one is Probity? 10 seconds, good luck. So that would be this character right here. Her species is unknown, and in simple, she sent a hologram message to Ben asking him to come over to her planet to try and resolve the war that was happening on her planet. But he failed in this effort and was instead chased off the planet, and she was kind of like his aide throughout the episode. And as a result, she now has to work 2 shifts at a factory just to keep herself from starving, and is also homeless. And despite this, she found Kevin's ditched pile of cash as she was moping about with the holograms, declaring that she now hates Ben as well as everyone else on the planet, and she rolled around in her newfound wealth. So, she doesn't really have much in terms of powers and weaknesses. She has a little pet that follows her, can send a hologram message, and is pretty rich now that she found Kevin's cash. But due to being a little kid, she's a bit naive. Next character up does say their name in their first line. So, here is Chromastone's first line.
Chromastone? Oh, man!
Of these characters, which one is Chromastone? 10 seconds, good luck. So that would be this character right here. A Crystal Sapien, first appearing in Vengeance of Vilgax Part 2, where he escaped from the Iron-Chicks and went to the Pier to destroy some rides, but then was captured with some aid from Kevin. And later, he was used to battle Vilgax but lost, and as a result, Vilgax shot him with his sword. So he's very durable, and his laser can melt metal, and can still shoot a laser without absorbing any energy. And with his power, he can also absorb energy and redirect it, which nulls any energy attacks, which can either be one single blast or a few little ones, and are powerful enough to cause explosions. He's also very fast and can produce a light like a flashlight, and is immune to Xeno's sight control due to his skin. He also has enhanced strength, which is strong enough to rival a Tekadon, and has enhanced agility and a super jump. He also can fly, and if shattered, he becomes Diamond Head, though this is more of a one-off thing, and has a super slam attack. But he has some slow reaction speed and can be shattered with enough force. Next character up has his first line of this.
Were you sent by Max Tennyson?
Of these characters, which one said that line? 10 seconds, good luck. Sorry for him being sideways, that would be this character right here, Orb. An unknown species, first appearing in Fool's Gold, sending a message to Max after he heard about him from his parents about his friend Dekka, who disappeared, to which Max sent Gwen, Kevin, and Ben. And when they arrived, they said that they would find him, and he joined the group in the episode to talk about the strengths and weaknesses of their species in order to help find Dekka and be his primal form. He then left Earth at the end of the episode. So he's very intelligent and knows about chemicals and his species, and if they eat popcorn, they poop solid gold and uranium if in their primal form. He also has his own spaceship, which is used to travel to and from Earth, and with his friends, he's strong enough to lift houses. But if given meat, he will go to his primal form, which is a mindless creature, and listed several things that are poisonous to species, such as some heavy metals, fluoride, lanthanide, silicon, and chicken nuggets. Next character up has his first line of this.
Let me do all the talking here, boy. Delicate situations such as these require a certain procedural acumen in which I happen to be well versed.
Of these characters, which one said that line? 10 seconds, good luck. So that is the character known as Octagon Rito. He covered his brother before, now we gotta cover the other guy. First appearing in Rito in Don't Fear, his species is Rito, first appearing in Don't Fear the Reaper, where he and his brother were hired by Baz-El to retrieve ship for him alive, in turn giving them an unknown amount of cash. After they were fired by Baz-El since the court ruled in favor of Ben, they decided to take ship anyways and sell them on the black market, but they were beaten and chased off Earth. So he owns a spaceship which he can pilot and store weapons in, including a wide arsenal of laser guns, which he's pretty accurate with, a rocket launcher, a mana disperser that can disrupt mana for a brief time, and a repo boot, which shocks and powers down any technology or any technological beings. He can also breathe in space, and is the smarter of the two brothers, not by much though, and is a very good liar. He also has knowledge on aliens, is somewhat agile, and is very durable. He's also a relentless repo man, but he can be distracted by bubble wrap, he can't read aliens, and tends to underestimate opponents. Next character up has his first line of this.
Get him!
Of these characters, which one of these characters said that line? 10 seconds, good luck. So that is the character known as Red Leader. This one right here. His species is unknown and it appeared in Simple, one of the two villains in the episode who fought Blue Leader over what color their sacred statue was, red or blue, with him arguing it's red. After Ben attempted numerous methods to bring peace, none worked until the end when Ben destroyed the statue and they united against Ben and chased him off the planet. He's a general and has a massive army, is very smart and a great tactician, and is good with tech. His army also comes equipped with rockets and tanks and has a mic to announce propaganda to his soldiers, but tends to argue with Blue Leader, is very stubborn, and is single-minded. Okay, this time I am going to know which characters they are because I got a certain amount of time that I got here. So, the next character up has his first line of this.
Lodestar!
Oh, shoot.
Oh, man. This is no time to shake down a new guy.
Well, you guys now know what his name is. So, which one of these characters is Lodestar? 10 seconds, good luck. So that would be this one right here. Lodestar is a Biot Severitan, first appearing in Simple, disarming all of the red troops, and started to talk to them saying that they should just talk the issue out rather than fight it out, and transformed back shortly afterwards. So he's very durable and has magnetic powers. That means he can repel or attract magnetic objects. Okay, last one up. It was going to be the last one either way because I had covered a lot of ones today. So the last one up is the stone golems. Which one of these is the stone golem, stone creatures, whatever you want to call them? 10 seconds, good luck. So that would be these guys right here. They're their own species, first appearing in Charm's Way, aided Charmcaster getting revenge by first attacking Ben and the crew on the beach, but had lost and was sent back. They also guarded the planetarium and were called off by Charmcaster once she got her powers. Later, they fought Kevin in the final battle and were sucked through the portal, though one grabbed a pole, but let go after Charmcaster insulted it. So they could breathe underwater and resist and deflect mana. They are also very strong and durable and can regenerate if any part of their body is knocked off, but they can't stand acid-based attacks and are not intelligent. But despite this, they do understand insults and don't like them. But with enough force, pieces of them can fly off and they will be stunned for a brief amount of time. Thank you guys for watching. Next time we'll cover more characters from Ben 10. This is going to be a very long thing because there was a lot of characters. I'll see you guys then. So long.